Good morning. I know, such a good look. I finally made my greens. I haven't made my greens since Wednesday, so I think that really affects me. The other thing is, I'm so freaked out by this, but I took my blood pressure this morning because I've had like these whooshy things in my brain. Does it make sense? And you know, being a little bit more panicky than normal, which is to be expected, I guess. But yeah, so I took my blood pressure. It's quite high, like very high. So did some doctor Googling, highly don't recommend. And the reality is that it's often higher in the morning, like after you wake up, because it goes with your circadian rhythm. So with that in mind, I'm just going to take it like, do lots of calming exercises, keep calm, talk positive, do my affirmations, really just look after myself and relax. The puppy is barking, but she just, every time I go out there, she doesn't want to come in. She's just barking at Marlon to say, play with me, Marlo. And Marlon is like, I don't want to play. I'm old and miserable. Anyway, yeah, so much to do, so little time. So the reality of this is, like, everyone's like, oh, you'll move into somewhere like so much better and everything, but it might not be. And that's the truth. Like, we might have to just move into the cheapest, most available property on the planet and just, you know what I mean? So it might not be better for our family, but it will be safe. So, and we'll have a year there. Okay, I'm gonna go reply to some comments and try to stay positive and relaxed. Too easy. Okay, so I've been sitting here paralyzed by everything, but I was interrupted by a cat fight out the front, and it turns out Star was having a go at Bandit, who's our next door neighbour's cat. And so my neighbour came out and we were chatting, and I have to tell you, probably with everything else, one of the hardest things about leaving here are our neighbours. Like, just adore them. They've been nothing but supportive and kind and generous, and you know, we've obviously lived next door to them for 12 years. We've watched their kids grow up, they've watched our kids grow up. Gutted. Although I did just hear that one of their kids is applying for a job at my work, so that'll be exciting. We still get to keep in touch with her, but yeah, she's gonna get that job and I'm so stoked. Anyway, that is what is happening. I am setting up a May buy. So on my bank, I can, instead of buying things, I've started to set up May buys. So what you do is, if you find something that you want to buy, you swipe up and there's a little thing that says create a May buy. So on my phone it's a link and it goes to my bank app, and then I open up my bank app and I can decide how frequently I want to save for, or when I want to buy it by, based on how much I save every fortnight. So what I really want is this monitor for my computer, which is an absurd amount of money, but if I've saved for it, then you know, it's okay. So I'm thinking I would have liked to have bought it for my birthday, but that's going to be a lot of money every fortnight. What the heck. Okay, I'm going to start saving on, when is my next payday? The 11th of January. I'll make it 7:19 a.m. schedule a May buy. So now what it will do is, every day I get paid, it will transfer that money into that savings, and then once I have the amount there, then I will make the purchase. But more often than not, I decide I don't actually really need it, and so I don't purchase it, and it's just stopping me from spending money willy-nilly, as I tend to do, and being more responsible with my finances. So it's a work in progress. I'm definitely not perfect. I don't pretend to be or actually intend to be, but yeah, that's something. It's like a, you know, saving. Anyway, even if I save half. Anyway, stop talking. Move on. Okay, bye. Okay, so in a desperate effort to feel like there was something productive happening instead of just sitting in my doldrums, I went out to Bunnings and picked up a few different boxes. I actually got onto Marketplace also and put in a couple of offers for some moving boxes that people were selling. So I think I did go and pick those up on this particular day, but I just got a couple of boxes from Bunnings to get me started. So in here I'm putting in printer paper and spare stationery, craft paper, that sort of thing. And I know that I am intending to declutter, but since I just also need to pack because we don't know when we'll move or anything, I thought that I will just, get the things that I know I'm not going to get to before we have to move packed, which I know is not ideal because the ideal would be that I would declutter before moving. But when it comes to stationery, I think we've already established I'm not good at giving that away. So, we'll just pack it away in a box for now. And if I have space at the new place, if we get a new place, then I'll go through it and make sure that it fits in that space better and gets rid of any of the excess. So I will say that I am recording this voiceover on Saturday the 13th of January at about 7:15, and we have spent all day packing and decluttering and just getting stuff ready. It has been a good and productive day. I hope that I managed to get some kind of footage for you, but we just decided to get in and get it done. I only get weekends off, obviously, so I needed to get in and do it while I could. My husband needs me to be present when he's decluttering a lot of the things because he doesn't know what they are for a lot of it, but so we did that today, and it does feel very good to get started, but it is very, very overwhelming. Hopefully I will share that tomorrow or later on today as you're watching this. So I'm trying to get all of my vlogs out before the weekend is over. Let me know if you're new here and say g'day in the comments down below and check you're subscribed. G'day. Just thought I would check you in on what's happening around here right now. It is a right royal shit show, and maybe I'll edit that swear word out, maybe I won't, but that's the only description of what's going on around here. I have a treatment in my hair currently because I'm trying to squeeze in some self-care alongside of all of this. So right now my living room looks like this, so let's skip past that. So I would show you some of the things that I've started in terms of packing, so that you can see it happening somewhat behind the scenes. So what I have here is the start of a giveaway box. So that is in there. I'm just getting rid of anything that I come across that I no longer want to keep, and I literally just started that like 10 minutes ago. So there's a long way to go in that. I have a jacket in there that's going in there as well. So I work my way through. I have this packed here. The puppy started to chew this. Why is she so destructive? But anyway, so I've got, this is stationery that's going directly into hopefully an office if that's what I get, and some linen from the master bedroom, and obviously that. But right now I'm going to film cleaning up this shit show, and then at least I'll have this space nice and tidy to sit in over the coming weeks, in theory. I should also add, I picked up a couple of boxes from Bunnings, like some bigger, large, heavy-duty ones. And then I picked up heaps of these off of Marketplace for about $40. So there's stacks of these. These are the small ones, and there are larger ones in the back of my husband's car as well. But they're just bringing them in. I think this one's going to be for rubbish. I also got these from Bunnings. So bedroom, bathroom, living room and kitchen. So these tapes, I saw Steph Pace did a video on these actually, and she said they're not great for like holding the boxes together, but they can be labelled at least so you can see where they go. The other thing that I got from Bunnings, So I also got this tape gun for $3, and I remember when Christy from This Mum at Home last moved, she swore by this. So I grabbed a couple of these. I thought I had tape at home, turns out I don't, so I just need to pick up some tape eventually. That's what I'll do. The other thing that Bunnings have is these heavy duty bags. So I've started to put like kitchen stuff in there that we won't necessarily use. To be honest, I actually packed this bag several months ago just to see if I would use anything in here, and I have dug through it several times, so I think whatever's in here now could probably go, but I best just check that, right? I'm feeling incredibly overwhelmed and stressed out and out of control and unfocused and all of that good stuff. So I just wish we knew where we were going, and then maybe things would be a little bit easier. But okay, this is how I'm gonna look while I deal with this space, because the reality is I have to be at work in 20 minutes and I just want to get this space semi-tidy so I can dump the clean clothes onto the couch, because that's how I roll. So this is me in all my glory, and this is how I get shit done when I need to go to work. Okay, let's do this.
Okay, if you made it this far into the video, we've got about 5 minutes now of tidying up this living room. So grab a basket of laundry or start to fill the sink and let's clean alongside each other. And I'll have a little chat while we're at it. But let's use this next 5 minutes to body double and take care of each other and hang out. Of course, if that's not your thing, then absolutely sit and watch this crazy little Peggy, the puppy, run around and harass me while I try to tidy this space. She is so baffled by what I'm doing. But yeah, she's a bit cute and quite the character. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I thought I would just take this opportunity to have a little chat about my just one thing strategy. And this is something that I do when I'm feeling like I'm way behind in everything and nothing is going right for me. I choose just one thing. Now, in this case, obviously, it's cleaning the living room and getting this space tidy. But other times, it might just be taking deep breaths or having a shower or doing something really, really simple. I think that we're stuck in this mindset that we have to be super productive all of the time, and often to the detriment of our own well-being. Way too often, I know that I have certainly fallen into the trap of comparing myself to others who appear to be super put together and super productive and seem to get everything done without any hassle or any low mood, with lots of high energy and all of that sort of stuff, but that's just not me. So I'm hoping that by portraying my little efforts here and there, that I encourage you, inspire you, and maybe motivate you to do just one thing. And it doesn't have to be anything huge at all. Just take a deep breath or load the dishwasher or somewhere in between. I 100% have to remind myself of this all of the time, but I am the first to remind others to take care of themselves and to give themselves grace and to remember to relax and be kind to yourself, but I rarely apply it to myself. So I'm going to practice what I preach and definitely take that on board. I did also want to add that there is very often some amazing advice in the comments below. So if you have any questions or worries or thoughts or ideas, please feel free to ask them in the comment section, because I have the world's greatest cohort of subscribers and we definitely look after each other. If you happen to be quite active on Facebook, then I do have a free Facebook group, so you can check that out as well. It is community run, so I have volunteers who take care of that for me. I check in very occasionally and a little bit more frequently this year, and it's a really beautiful space where people really look after each other, and if someone's having a hard day, they let people know and then everyone rallies around them, and it's a really, really special place. So I do recommend that if you are active on Facebook. So as you saw, Big Aussie just came in, and I asked him to help me by picking up a few things, so he quickly made himself scarce, and so it turned out to just be Pegs and I again. Peggy was excited to see him because he had surfaced and none of the other kids had yet. Lord knows what she's got here. I think it's a little toy pony. She loves the vacuum cleaner. She thinks it's all part of her, all part of the game. She is quite the character, this little puppy. I am so glad that we got her. If you are new here, we actually got her on my birthday this year, so that was on the 30th of July. And yeah, she just, or not this year, last year. 2023, and she was a spur of the moment decision to buy. I had gotten a tax return which was exactly the value of her purchase, so it was totally worth it, and she does bring me great joy and light. It will break my heart if we have to rehome her even for a little while, but what will be will be.
Look, super duper rough job. That's Peggy's shoe. She loves to shoe, but at least I can put some clean clothes over here and work my way through the laundry. Oh, this couch is going, by the way. We are not keeping this couch.